Dajahao. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if this is your first time you're watching my YouTube videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like and share the videos with your friends. So today I'm having a guest by the name Ann Getaka. She will introduce herself. Okay, go ahead girl.
My name is Ann and I go by the name Ann Getaka YouTube. Yeah, you can check me via that. So today I am joining my friend Nastasia Anna, so that we can discuss a few things.
So leo tunaongelelea about experience ya kusoma Chinese online. How was your experience?
My experience, actually it's a continuous experience which has been very challenging. The first part is that when I'm in class and the lecturer is there contributing, and we are supposed to do a lot of discussions. So it happens that when we are doing the discussions, a question is asked, and in the process of answering, maybe I'm doing the translation. So
yeah, because you are working.
Yeah, so I'm working, and so in the process of being asked any question, so the lecturer calls my name to answer something. So it becomes a challenge to be asked something, and in the process you are translating to maybe employees or the Chinese, because I'm working with a Chinese company. That is one part.
For my case, it was last year, maybe around September. Yeah, we got this online scholarship, and because that was the time Corona had hit Kenya, so I was in the house, I wasn't working. Nikakuwa nasoma online. It was very easy for me the first few weeks, but the only challenge I had, living in a bed sitter with my boyfriend, mwalimu alikuwa anauliza swali and nikienda kuansa, ujue saa hiyo nasoma nikiwa juu ya kitanda, like nimeamka nikafunua blanketi kidogo and then nikaanza kusoma. Okay, cause nimeingia exactly on time. So nikaanza kusoma, nikijibu, nikienda kuongea juu like nafikiri kila mtu ameamka but my partner amelala. Nikijibu nasikia hey baby ni nini, namwambia hey together. Sasa hiyo anaamka kama amefanya hivi blanketi. Anafanya hivi blanketi, simu yako yote inakavariwa up. So inabidi na mimi na face simu na huko, and then namfanya hivi naendelea kusoma.
The other experience that I had, I never used to wake up very early. What time did you have classes?
At 4 a.m.
Oh, for us it's at 9. I think they changed the time, since we are in the same school at Shandong Normal University. So for them it was at 4 when it was starting, but for us it was at 9. It's at 9 a.m. So you can imagine, I'm at work. By 8 I should be at work, and at 9 a.m. I'm there having my classes, and I'm using the Wi-Fi, the work environment Wi-Fi, and there are places that it doesn't get through, so it is very hard. You see, like you are moving from one place to the other. I don't sit down, it's going around the translating so all over. So I'm doing the translation all over, and there are places that the Wi-Fi doesn't go through, so I have to use a lot of money so that I can buy the bundles, and there are times that my phone just fails me. The internet just fails me, and it decides I'm not going to get to class. So it fails, and it is very hard. It's quite a challenge.
That's a challenging one. Oh, the other time that I had some challenge was because we were learning, many of us, the whole of, I think, worldwide. So we had Malaysian students, Egypt, and don't even mention about Egypt. There was this girl, I think Egypt is 1 hour behind us, our country Kenya. So for example, if it's at 4 because she was telling the teacher that their place is too hot. Very early in the morning, the temperatures are high. So she would open the door, and you can imagine we were just hearing upepo, upepo, upepo. You're learning online, you're wearing your earphones, but all you can hear kiupepo, kiupepo. And I think that was the sand, blowing of sand. Every time she was being told to mute, like, because I loved the class, but so that girl, she was my friend, you can imagine. But now her condition, her situation back in Egypt, it was uncontrollable, and she had to attend the class. So I wouldn't blame her. In fact, I liked her.
Another one is that I work in an environment where there are machines.
Very noisy.
Very noisy machines. You can imagine I wear my earphones and it's very noisy. So I'm actually struggling to hear what the teacher is saying. And again,
which earphones were you using? Like the long ones, or?
I can't use the long ones because of restrictions at work. Wearing earphones for the safety. Wearing the long earphones, so I use the Bluetooth earphones. I use the Bluetooth earphones so that I can hide them. They are not visible. So actually that's another challenge, because at workplace you're not allowed to wear the earphones, and therefore I have to wear a wig. I have to wear a wig so that I can conceal my earphones and no one else can see it, because if at all it is going to be seen, that's a problem, and it is going to be fined. So I have to wear the Bluetooth, and the Bluetooth, it takes like 2 hours and it's off. Then I go to the scratch and it's disaster.
So you cannot attend the class anymore.
Yeah, I cannot attend because I cannot have my phone on.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I cannot have my phone on loudspeaker because I've never asked for permission.
And that is not your home.
And the workplace is not my home.
Too bad. Okay, the other time I had some challenge was I later got a job in a Chinese company, and the first few days I didn't tell my boss that I was having an online class, so I was just studying secretly. So this other time that I had some challenge, I got employed in a Chinese company, and because we were studying online and people are from different countries, they started complaining that the class time hours are not suitable for them. So we had to change, and when we changed, of course they were not suitable for me, but I had to go with the majority. So the classes were placed at 9 a.m. and I had just gotten a new job, and there was another big problem. I would make sure I cleaned the office part, and that was when the classes were starting. I was also using the Bluetooth earphones, and I would attend classes, and also there is a part that the Wi-Fi was fully connected. Other places it was showing one. Yeah, that's one. So I had to be at that place like all the time, and I was fearing because I had not informed my boss. So 3 days later, I told my boss about my situation, and he was okay with that. But some other Chinese, they didn't know whether I had some online classes going on. So every time they needed someone to translate for them, they would call me Anna. And that was when the teacher back in China was asking me questions. Okay, Anna, nilashwa. And I was like, when I just want to say something, someone else behind is calling me. Then I had to go off all at once. I would even come out of VOW. We were using the VOV. Yeah, we were using the VOV. So I would switch it off completely. And I was out of that class. Yeah.
So with the experience with Voov, I have to mute it. Maybe I'm needed to translate something, or someone is calling me. So, and I'm in the process of answering a question. So the lecturers think the network is ever poor because I have to switch it off or I have to mute it. Otherwise, it will be disaster. And also for the lecturers who want us to open the video call, it's also another. I don't know whether in your class there was such.
Yeah, there was something like that.
So there is one who needs us to have our video call.
Yeah, they need to see your
Yeah,
face.
they need to see your face. And you know, I'm walking all over. I'm not in a specific place. I have to be working to do the translation, so I cannot do it. I cannot open the videos for her to see. So she always thinks I'm having problems with the internet because I keep on complaining the internet is very poor.
So other times you just hear your teacher calling out your name, Aaron, but
Yeah.
you're just there keeping quiet.
Yes,
Because you cannot talk to the teacher.
or you just unmute a little bit, and then when she says at least she will know you have heard she called you, and then you just mute it again.
Or you just give the teacher the job with the chat.
Yeah, you just the joke her, and
Show
then
that
you
you
are,
are together. It was quite an experience.
or you mama something and she's
And
thinking
leave.
she thinks you are talking, but maybe you are not talking. So it's kind of a challenge. And those classes, I'm ever in class. So you have said like you are Chinese bosses, they allowed you to
Yeah.
study. For me, they never. Because one day I was seated at break time and one of them was passing by, so he knew I was studying and he was like, "Why are you studying? Don't you know Chinese?" And was like, "No, I'm just adding the more on this Chinese." And he was like, "No, you shouldn't study. I'm going to teach you Chinese." So which is not possible. It's not like
They will
the
never
teacher-
teach you.
Yeah, they will never. You just want to understand, to learn English, and for you be speaking to him English and he's speaking Chinese, which doesn't work. So I have to hide. I cannot tell them anymore that I'm studying.
Oh, sorry for that. For my case, there was this other time that we couldn't learn any longer because everyone was having an excuse. Maybe if you want to go out and buy something, of course you will not attend the class. If you're busy translating, you won't attend, or you will be like, you are attending, and again you are not.
And not participating.
You are in and out. Yeah, you're not participating at all. So we had to give out our excuses, and I think the teachers were tired. So we were told, if you want to extend your scholarship to last year September, you can do so. So we were very happy about that, and we gave some reasons. Of course, the main reason was Wi-Fi problems. Like it was hard for us to buy the MBs again, but it wasn't quite hard. I think the reason as to why it was hard, it's because we were not paid. Of course, when you're given a scholarship to go to study in China, you're given a monthly allowance of some good money. So being told to study online and you're given nothing, you're not given anything at all. You're just using maybe your Wi-Fi, your MB, you're having challenges. So we had to give out the reasons, and that is how we cancelled the scholarship.
Another challenge for me, I have always wanted to leave the classes, but I tried asking the teachers to change those classes, and they said no, it is impossible to change it. I wanted to go to class 2. You remember the class 2?
Yeah.
I wanted to change it to
How
class
comes
2
you wanted to go to class 2?
because it's easy.
You are supposed to be in class 5, my friend.
No, it's easy. It's easy to study online.
Okay. Unaweza pita? It's easy. It's easy.
In class 2, it's easy. It's easy to study on your own because I have gone through class 2. So I knew I was in class 2 in China. So
Of course, if I were your teacher, I would not also allow that.
she never allowed it. And I have to press on with class 4, which is very hard. Class 4 is difficult, and I have to depend on them to study. I cannot study on my own.
Apana.
I cannot study on my own. And the assignment, oh my goodness.
And you have to do it.
And you have to do it.
And you're working.
And you're working.
And you don't have time to...
I don't have time. So at times I wake up and I'm like, wow, it's maybe Zongha, the reading class, is it the grammar class, Zongha. Zongha has a lot of assignments. And you never attended the class so well. So, of course, you don't have the answers. You don't know what to answer. So you answer anything that comes along. And in class, the teacher is saying, like, the people did so well, but you never did so well. It's like you failed everything because you are not attending the class.
Oh, wow. And you're still continuing with the online classes, right?
Yeah. But at least it's remaining May and June. When are they closing?
I remember
June
there was
or
a time
July?
you called me. What were you saying?
I didn't want to continue with the class. I wanted her to console me.
So I told her to just press on. But if it were me, I think...
Of course you would have stopped me.
Yeah, of course. It's not easy. It's never easy learning. And then I think the reason as to why many people don't like studying online, it's because we all want to go to China.
Yeah.
Right? We all want to go to China. China is a very beautiful place.
And they are very creative.
Yeah. Any other challenge?
The other challenge is when the class is over. Maybe you are so busy and you never had the class being it's over. You are so busy, so you are the only one online.
You're still in
when
class.
you log in, you're still in class and the rest of the people have left. So I'm wondering if maybe the lecturers looks at who has not yet left. I think they keep on seeing me. I'm still there, and so they can get me like I was not concentrating. So it's a shame.
Don't worry, it happens.
Yeah, and VOOV it's like Zoom.
Yeah, but the VOOV is like Zoom.
It's Zoom, a Chinese Zoom.
Yeah, it's a Chinese Zoom.
Because I think they have that VOOV because they are not allowed to have other apps which comes from all over the world. They just want to have their own apps.
But their apps are interesting.
They are very interesting.
They are almost the same as the other apps,
Yeah.
just that they have their own.
And they use Chinese
Yeah.
characters, which most people cannot read through.
Hmm.
Like the Alibaba and the, what was it called?
Pinduoduo and Taobao.
and Taobao. It's a challenge because of their apps. And if you don't know Chinese, it's hard.
But then there is this other problem. If you're using your phone to study,
Oh my goodness.
so you're
yes.
supposed to download QQ.
Yeah.
Maybe it has over 90
it
90
has over-
MBs. WeChat, you have to have it.
100 and something. WeChat
130.
has 130.
Yeah. You have to download these other play codes and
Yeah, they play called
Yeah.
dictionary.
you have to have so many apps. So by the time you're starting to learn, your phone is ready to hang, to start hanging.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
so
hanging. And especially when you want to answer a question, you are trying to unmute, but you cannot because the space is not enough.
yeah, but when we have money, we'll buy nice phones
Yeah.
or maybe laptops and
Yes.
some other things like that. But anyway, for students, that's the challenge that we all experience.
Yeah, this is the challenge. And the other challenge that I have, it's because in my class I'm the only Kenyan.
Oh, you're the only Kenyan?
Yeah, I'm the only Kenyan.
The rest are from?
The rest are from Morocco. Then there is what are they called?
Malaysia.
Malaysia, there is one. There are two, and then there is Kazakhstan. There is Kazakhstan.
Thailand.
What about the other tall guys apart from Kazakhstan?
Pakistan, no.
Oh, Pakistan, yes.
uh.
Pakistan, they are Pakistan people. And then there is the ones who look like Chinese. What are they called? Korea? Oh, yeah, Korea.
Hanguo.
Yeah, Korea, they are very good and they are very sharp when it comes to Chinese.
Yeah, but
Their Wi-Fi
they
doesn't
don't talk about their Wi-Fi. You cannot
Yeah.
compare
You can never
Korea
compare.
and Kenya. But anyway, it is.
Yeah. So they are just seated, you know, when there are those lecturers who want to see our faces, they are seated on their seat and they are making notes. For you cannot, unless you write on your hand because you don't even have a book. You don't have a book with you. So for the Koreans, they do very well.
Yeah, but then there was a time there was this Korean girl. She always said that, "Teacher, I think all the other students' Wi-Fi has a problem." And I'm like, mine doesn't have a problem. Why are you saying all the others? But
Oh my goodness.
speaking of the fact, her Wi-Fi was like the dopest. You could see her clearly, but
Yeah.
for you, you just look at
You're
yourself
very
in the
dark. Especially the space is the greatest challenge.
yeah, the
The
phone
phone
space.
hanging, yeah.
Hmm.
You have to delete so many things so that you can study.
Yeah, but anyway,
It is what it is.
it is what it is, and it was what it was.
So for me, I have to continue until I think June or July. I'm hoping it's until June
Pole kwako.
because I'm too tired. I'm tired. I don't want to leave. I need my job. I need money,
And
and
you need the
I need
scholarship.
the scholarship, the education part. I need it. I was preparing for HSK5, but I'm not able to prepare.
For me, I've always been learning HSK 5, the first page. I don't know.
I have studied HSK5 from 2018 until now. Until now, I'm still studying. So I study for like a full month very well, and then the rest of the month, I'm
Just
so
forget
busy,
about
and I just stop studying.
For me, I don't know. I think it's because I don't have an exam anytime soon. So that's why I can't even get ready. But if at all I had an exam like next month, oh my god, I would read everything. Yeah, everything in 1 month.
Well, those vocabularies, there are too many.
Too many.
But I think if one can make it to study for like this one semester, if I was able to make it for this semester, it is possible because most of the vocabularies they are there, especially the Wenhua, the culture. The culture class, it has so many vocabularies, and I love culture.
I also love culture, but I don't like reading and writing.
Yeah, the reading and the writing, but the culture is the best.
Yeah. Okay, that's it, guys. We've come to the end of the show, and I hope that you've enjoyed. And guys, make sure you check out on her YouTube.
Yes, Anduta Gitaka.
Yeah, Anduta Gitaka. Until next time,
Zaijian.
Zaijian.